comedian Michelle Wolf could be the worst human being in the United States. If you needed any more proof of that, you only needed to watch her Netflix show this week to find it. As Americans celebrated Independence Day, Wolf hosted a salute to abortions. President Donald Trump will announce his pick to be the next Supreme Court justice on Monday, and liberals are getting even more insane than they have been. They are screaming that the next justice will get rid of gay rights, allow school segregation, and get rid of the non-existent right to abortion. None were more triggered than Wolf, who blamed the president for people having abortions. "It's so ironic that Trump could be the guy who ends legal abortion," she said. "That dude has been responsible for more abortions than the invention of back alleys. Look, access to abortion is good and important," she said. "Some people say abortion is killing a baby. It's not. It's stopping a baby from happening. It's like Back to the Future and abortion is the DeLorean," she said. "And everyone loves DeLoreans. I know some people call themselves pro-life, but pro-life is a propaganda term that isn't real, like healthy ice cream and handsome testicles," Wolf said. "Get the terminology straight. First of all, these people are anti-abortion, which means they're anti-woman. If these people were actually pro-life, they'd be fighting hard for healthcare, childcare, gun control, education, and protecting the environment. But these anti-abortion people do not care about life, they just care about birth. Like they think that's the only place you can watch a woman on a table." Now, men, I'm sorry, I'm sure this brings up a lot of feelings and thoughts and points that you want to make, and I just want you to know that that's all very irrelevant, she said. If women embrace that they control life, that makes it a lot harder for men to control women. Of course, men are uncomfortable with that. They won't even let us control a little bit of Star Wars. Wolf then came out in a red, white, and blue outfit, flanked by a marching band and gave her salute to abortion. "Abortion, I salute you. Women, if you need an abortion, get one. If you want an abortion, get one. If you're not pregnant but you think you eventually might be and want to order a future abortion, get one." She then joked about how simple it is to get an abortion. "It doesn't have to be a big deal. It's actually a great deal. It's about $300. That's about 6 movie tickets," she said before adding "God bless abortions and God bless America." Conservatives on Twitter were rightfully outraged by her callous celebration of baby murder. This is almost impossible to believe, but apparently hard-left comedian Michelle Wolf said these words on her Netflix show, "God bless abortion." Former Fox News host Bill O'Reilly said, "Think about that for a moment. An act that destroys a potential human being is celebrated in a callous, sacrilegious way. This is almost impossible to believe, but apparently hard-left comedian Michelle Wolf said these words on her Netflix show, God bless abortion. Think about that for a moment. An act that destroys a potential human being is celebrated in a callous, sacrilegious way." Bill O'Reilly, at Billerly, July 9, 2018. Michelle Wolf's monologue is a misandry-laced collection of bad jokes, factually untrue statements, but the piece de resistance is when she says women have the ability to do the most powerful thing in the world, give life, while arguing the whole time for ending that life. Red State editor Andrea Ruth wrote, Michelle Wolf's monologue is a misandry-laced collection of bad jokes, factually untrue statements, but the piece de resistance is when she says women have the ability to do the most powerful thing in the world, give life, while arguing the whole time for ending that life. Andrea Ruth, at Andrea Ruth, July 9, 2018. There are wide-ranging opinions on abortion, but I think we should all be able to agree that a salute to abortion segment fetishizing the act of ending a life is callous, disgusting, and demented. Michelle Wolf is clearly a very disturbed person, Cuban-American director and producer Robbie Starbuck said. There are wide-ranging opinions on abortion, but I think we should all be able to agree that a salute to abortion segment fetishizing the act of ending a life is callous, disgusting, and demented. Michelle Wolf is clearly a very disturbed person. Pic. Twitter.com/J9VT8of8Q. Robbie Starbuck, at Robbie Starbuck, July 9, 2018. Words do not do justice to how horrid her flippant attitude towards nothing out of the life of an unborn baby is. But if you think she is an anomaly and not representative of what mainstream progressives are thinking, you are incorrect. The fight to protect baby murder is paramount among those who want to prevent President Trump's Supreme Court nominee from being confirmed. This is a fight not just for one spot on the Supreme Court. It is a fight for what type of nation America is going to be. Is it going to be a nation who treats the sanctity of life with contempt, as if pregnancy is a disease? Or are we going to be a nation where life is protected? It is the most precious gift from God, and it should be protected in that way. The fight begins on Monday.